2 and 3-dimensional models in Unity are meshes made up of triangles arranged in space. Each mesh requires several pieces of information in order to display correctly. Vertices, which give the triangles positions in 3D space. Triangles, which join up the vertices to create the model. Normals, which allow lighting to shade the model. UVs if you want to map a texture onto the model. Tangents if you want to add a normal map to the model. And colours if you wish to use vertex colours rather than materials. A model always needs its vertices and triangles specified. Vertices are the corner positions of 2 and 3-dimensional models. In Unity, the vertices are stored in a vector 3 array, with x, y and z corresponding to the x, y and z coordinates of that vertex. The vertices can be specified in the array in any order, but this will affect the order of all the other parts of the mesh, so the triangles, the normals, etc. I'll talk more about this when we start our first model. A vertex can be used in more than one triangle, but it depends on how you want the model to be lit. There have to be the same number of normals as there are vertices. We'll see what this means in a minute. Triangles are used to join up the vertices in a model. In Unity, the triangles are stored in an int array, with every 3 entries corresponding to a single triangle. The index of each entry in the triangles array corresponds to the order in which the vertices are joined up. The integer entry of the index is equal to the vertex's index. The order of a triangle's indices also gives a direction, clockwise or anticlockwise. A triangle drawn in 3D space will have an order which is clockwise on one side and anticlockwise on the other. The anticlockwise face is not usually visible due to something called backface culling. It's the shade of a model uses that culls the back faces or not. Usually, only one face should be seen, so the back face does not need to be rendered, as this would double the number of triangles rendered in a scene. This could quickly cause performance issues in large scenes. Assigning triangles and vertices alone to a mesh give the model a shape. Further information is needed to shade and colour the model correctly. This is where normals, UVs and tangents come in. Normals are used by the model's shader to correctly light each surface. Normals are perpendicular to the surface of a model. They are stored in a vector 3 array with x, y and z corresponding to the normal's direction. The index of a normal corresponds to the index of its corresponding vertex. Therefore, there are the same number of normals as there are vertices. Unity has a Recalculate normals method, which calculates the normals of your mesh automatically by assuming that where vertices are shared between triangles, the model should show a smooth surface, and when they aren't, a sharp edge. This is usually what we want. UVs are needed if you want to map a texture onto a model. UVs are stored in a vector 2 array with the U component stored in the vector's X component and the V component stored in the vector's Y component. Assigning values to the UVs array tells Unity which bit of the texture goes where on the model. The UV array's indexes refer to the corresponding vertex, so the ith entry in the UV array belongs to the ith vertex. Tangents are required for a model to display normal maps correctly. They are stored in a vector 4 array with x, y and z corresponding to the tangent's direction, and the W component is used by Unity to calculate the direction of the binormal, a vector which is perpendicular to both the normal and the tangent vectors. The tangent vector itself is perpendicular to the normal, and is aligned along the direction of the U, or x component, of the UV at that vertex. Similarly to the UV array, the indexes of the tangent array refer to the corresponding index, so the ith entry in the tangents array belongs to the ith vertex. Vertex colors allow the model to be colored in by assigning colors to each vertex. To display them, an appropriate shader must be used. They are stored as a color or color32 array, and again, the ith entry in the array belongs to the ith vertex.